Good morning on the 23rd of June, so Sunday. This is First Page Autos. We are a small family-run car dealership located in Maldon in Essex, and this is going to be a bi-weekly sort of vlog type video, just to show you exactly how we run and the sort of trials and tribulations that we face day to day, and also the high points as well as those. So starting off today, I have been washing off this lovely red Ford Fiesta Zetec. So this Fiesta is going off to a customer that has bought a car from us before. She bought a black Fiesta for her oldest son, which unfortunately was written off within the first few months of driving, but no real judgments here. I did exactly the same. Within the first few months of driving, I wrote my first car off, so it does happen. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. So this car is going to be for her youngest son. So this is a 1.25 Zetec, red with black wheels, so we've had those refurbished in black. 1.25s are really well renowned engines, so they've been in Fiestas for many years before this shape. And it's, yeah, a really nice condition car. So we sold it for just under £5,500. Not made much money on this, unfortunately, but sometimes that's just the way it works. And when I say not much, it's, you know, £100, maybe a couple of £100 if we're lucky. But it's going to be a really good car for him. Like, mechanically, it's completely sound. It's all in very good condition. And even though the 1.25s are potentially not as desirable as the 1 litre EcoBoost in terms of from a buying perspective, from a reliability perspective, they're far superior. The 1 litre EcoBoost, I'm sure a lot of people watching these sorts of videos already know that the wet belts in them, they break down, they clog up the oil strainer, that's the word, and then yeah, they starve themselves of oil, and you're basically needing a brand new engine for the car. But these 1.25s, as I said, really good little engines, and not going to set the world on fire, but yeah, very good for what they are. This one's all in very good condition as well, so it's got very good service history with it. We bought this one from Newcastle, I think it was, so we go all over the country for the cars just to make sure that we get the best one possible, really. So they should be here in the next sort of 10 minutes, so I will catch up with you then. Righty then, that's our little Fiesta off to its new owner. Put his L plates on there and started driving it straight away, just passed his theory test, so all the best of luck to him on his practical. So next thing to do is to look round our new arrivals. So we've got this little Peugeot 208 GTI from Leeds the other day. All seems okay in terms of mechanics, so it drove back absolutely fine all the way from Leeds, so 3.5 hours. So it's got this matte, well, it says on the logbook it says matte silver, but actually I think it's closer to a grey. Oh, noisy bikes going past. But it looks a fantastic car. All that we really need to do on the outside of this is the wheels, so classic diamond cut, where they've all started to peel away and get a bit of water ingress in there. But really nice condition otherwise. We've done well with that one. It doesn't always happen that way, that's for sure. It's got the panoramic glass roof. I've got the keys on me somewhere. Oh no, I don't. I don't have the keys. Righty then, do have the keys now, so it's got 2 keys. So the mirrors fold out as they should do. It's got the lovely red accents on the seats. Panoramic glass roof. So it's a prestige model, this one, so it's a 1.6 turbo, which you'd find in slightly older shape Mini Cooper S's, so the R56 shape, I'm fairly certain. I might be slightly wrong on the model type of the Mini Cooper S's that this shares an engine with, but they're timing chains, so they're not meant to be replaced, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they they won't go. And these 1.6 turbos have a bit of a habit of stretching timing chains because of the tensioners going slightly wrong. So if I start it up, wait for that to go. Oh, yeah, all right. Right hand door open. So it's done 56,196 miles. It's got very good service history with it. So only one that's missing is 2019. So very pleased with that one. And we tend to go around all around the country in order to find these cars. And this is a good one from Leeds. And then we have also got another new arrival from a car that we sold the other day. So this is a part exchange, a 2011 Volkswagen EOS. Never had an EOS in before. I'm using this at the moment whilst my Scirocco's not running quite right. A good colour for it. It's done 72,000 miles, I think, from memory. Roof all works as it should, and the actual condition of it's actually quite good. The wheels are one of the things that need doing, so they've started corroding and they've been scuffed as well. The front bumper's got a nice big scratch on it down there, but again, nothing all that major. So open it up. A little bit of wear on the driver's seat bolsters, but nothing major. A little bit of grubby hand residue on the steering wheel, so it needs a good clean up. But generally speaking, so I've got the sunroof slightly open. Generally speaking, it's actually a good little car. It drives absolutely fine. Tend to find with part exchanges that they're part exchanged for a reason. So when you go to a car dealer and they offer you whatever it is, £500 to £1,000 under what you were expecting to be offered, it's normally because the part exchanges that they've had in the past, they've been stung with. And we've had it where we had a Fiat Cubo come in part exchange. Not the nicest of vehicles in the first place, but it needed a lot of work. So it drove sort of okay, but the springs, the shocks, the top mounts, pretty much everything suspension-wise needed doing. So we took it in part exchange for something like £3,000 because it hadn't done that many miles. It had done 50,000 miles. So we did that, and then we then thought, oh well, we might be able to flip it for £1,500. Oh, but it needs £1,000 worth of work doing to it. So we ended up just selling it on basically for what we bought it for, slightly under that. So we did lose a bit of money on it. But this doesn't seem like one of those cars. Seems like it's actually been well loved. Just had the cam belt done last year, so that's a good one. In terms of all the rest of the stock that we've got here, we're pretty well sorted. So all of the cars here, they all get checked out by the garage just round the corner. And you can see that we've got a bit of a range of stuff. Little MG3, I actually really like those. The 1.5 petrol engines in them, not the fastest things in the world, but actually quite good engines. This Jag's an interesting one. So 2 years ago, we bought this in from Aston Barclay in Chelmsford. We don't use them anymore, but that's a story for another day. And sold it fairly quickly to a fella down the road from us. And as I say, 2 years after the point, so about a month ago when we got this back in, maybe slightly less than that, we had a Jaguar XE in, which was 3 years newer, a lot lower mileage. So he then came back, part exchanged it back with us, and we gave him a fair price for it, obviously less than he paid for it, unfortunately, but that's just the way that it works. And we've now got it back, and it's pretty much exactly how it left us. So testament there to the previous owner of this one, and also good for us because we know the history of the car. That's my old weapon. I use the word weapon in a way of, not the nicest thing in the world. So my MG ZT, that needs a gearbox. The TVR over there isn't mine, that's my dad's. That needs a bit of welding to the chassis before it can go through its MOT again. And then my Scirocco needs a bit of work on the carb just to get it running right, so that I can get it, you know, reliable for the summer at the very least. And the window regulator needs doing, and the dash needs fixing. So project car by every stretch of the imagination. Yeah, these MG3s, as I said, really good little cars actually. So I haven't got the keys for this at the moment, but the updated versions of these have got really nice interiors. Basically the same car underneath as the earlier one, so the 2017 and before cars, but heavily facelifted outside and inside. So they're actually a really good little purchase. Those engines are actually a lot more reliable than the 1.2s that are in these Seat Ibizas, but they're not bad as long as they're well maintained. That's the thing with Volkswagen products. If they've got decent service history with them, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be a very good car. But if you've got a couple of years worth of servicing missing from that history, you are running a bit of a risk. But that's just the way it is. And then we've got this Fiesta. Oh my goodness, I've just noticed the bird dirt on that one. We have got a canopy above it, and we are right by the sea here in Maldon. So unfortunately, we do sometimes get a bit of a showering from the birds, let's say. And also, it's that time of year where everything just gets a little bit dusty. But this little Fiesta, so this came back from Manchester, so Mannheim in Manchester, 35,000 miles, 2 owners from brand new, and the previous owner had owned it since 2013. So really fantastic little thing that. Really pleased with that. It's fairly expensive for what it is. 6,390 we've got it up for at the moment. We'll probably reduce that soon, obviously, if we don't hear anything from anybody on that. The car industry is a bit slow at the moment, so it just seems to be a case of, you know, try and grab what you can without taking too long overselling these things. So that's all I have for today. I'll keep you updated throughout the week. So I've got the auctions coming up tomorrow, so fingers crossed we can buy something from an auction and take you on a trip up there. Thank you very much.